Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, Funtime Crafts 24/7. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Had a chance to get in here this morning and play again. John's watching Buddy and taking care of him for me so I could play in here and have a little bit of time. And came up with 5 more cards with the Take It Easy card kit from the Stamps of Life, the February kit. And made these 5 cards. And super fun. This kit is a blast. I am just thoroughly enjoying it. These 3 cards here, I did some Distress Oxide stamping and swiping techniques with it. This one here, I took the little stamps that are in the kit, these 2, and I put them together on my block, and I white heat embossed them onto the back of this 3 3/4 by 5 card panel. And then I I put some picked raspberry Distress Oxide and some worn lipstick on my glass media mat, spritzed it with water, swiped it through that swiping technique, where you swish it through the ink, and then I hit it with my heat tool, put it on some of the patterned paper that's in the Take It Easy collection, that one right there, and that one is 4 by 5 1/4 on a powdered sugar card base. Used one of these smaller tags in the Stamps of Life stitch tag dies, and cut out using the little dragonflies that come in that kit as well, just the intricate layering one. Cut out a little white glittered dragonfly, white embossed hello from the sentiment, this half. I just inked up that half. I didn't actually cut this stamp yet. And then use my VersaFine. And then use some of the pink ribbon that came in the kit as well. Put a little pink Stamps of Life brad at the top there. I had some pink and white twine in my stash. Wrapped that around the bottom there above the hello. Took a white Ranger pen and did some faux stitching on top of the other actual stitching on that die, and then I popped that up on some dimensionals, and I just love how this came out. It's super fun and a very cheery little pink card there. This one here, believe it or not, this actually has a piece of the back. This is a powdered sugar card base, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It utilizes the back mat is actually the Blue Jay white floral paper out of the paper pad collection, the Take It Easy. And then the top piece is actually, oh, sorry about that, is actually the same swiping technique as this one. I used Stormy Sky and Tumbled Glass. Smushed them, spritzed them with water, swiped my cardstock through it, and then if you'll see, there's another layer of stamping in there. The dragonflies I stamped on top of it out of the little kit there. Those are in chipped sapphire, and then but the leaves are actually from this stamp set here, which is the Friend Forever stamp set, and this one is this leaf here. And what I did was I took the Distress Oxide ink and I smushed the light color on the top of it, and then I just dabbed a bit of the Stormy Sky and just spots on it, spritzed the block with water then right onto the top of the stamp, and then I stamped it on the top of that panel. And I did that in several different ways, and then stamped the blue dragonflies on the top of that. And yeah, that came out really fun. And that panel is 3 3/4 by 5. The mat is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I hit all the edges with each of the colors. I hit it with the Tumbled Glass, the Stormy Sky, and then the Chipped Sapphire to give it a bit of definition so you could see them better. And then I had some sheer ribbon in my stash, this navy color from the Stamps of Life. tied it on the two panels there after I glued them together with a little bow. This is the same pattern paper that I used for the very back mat, which is that one there. I cut that tag out of, I used this tag punch. It's a Fiskars tag punch. And then powdered sugar for the inside layering one. And then the same hello sentiment. And just inked up half of it in the chip sapphire. And then inked up those edges there. And yeah, layered the little white glitter. Used 3 of the enamel dots. I couldn't remember which ones came in the kit, but I think those 3 came out of this pack here. And you can, I don't know if you can buy them or not. They might come in an embellishment kit or something. But anyhow, so that's that card there. This one here, same technique. The same, but this one is mint chip. And so I utilized this as the back mat, which is the 4 1/4 by 5, or no, 4 by 5 1/4. And then the top is just powdered sugar. I didn't swipe it. I only did the water technique on this stamp here, the bold stamp, the fill-in stamp there. And so the same thing, I used cracked pistachio, pine needles, and lucky clover. And after I put the stamp on my block, I smushed the lightest, medium, or actually I did cracked pistachio, and then a couple spots in lucky clover, and then a couple spots in pine needle. Spritzed it with water, and then stamped it, and did that a few times. And the fun thing about that, doing that, you get these variations of color that come out of the Distress Oxide inks. And so you get the blues and the yellows and the greens. And so then with that, I went ahead and drew on the blue, that navy blue that's coming out, and added chip sapphire to the edge of both of those pieces all the way around. Went over the edge of this one in cracked pistachio, but I really was very dramatic on the edges of it when I distressed the edges of it. Cut out in Blue Jay and Navy the little dragonfly dies. I did 3 of those. Stamped half the hello in the chip sapphire on powdered sugar. Went over it with the Stardust Jelly Roll pen. And edged it with chip sapphire. Put a little flag of that navy ribbon on the bottom of it. I just taped it to the back of it. Popped it up on dimensionals. Popped all the dragonflies up on dimensionals. And then these little embellishments here, I actually, I tried stamping the hello right onto the card, and it just made a mess. Well, when I was doing this one to replace it, I didn't realize it was still wet, and it made like a smudge there, and I was like, oh man. So I found these in my stash, and they're from the dollar store, and they're these iridescent little enamel epoxy dots. And so thought it added an extra fun little element. Anyways, it was a nice little fix-it surprise there. So yeah, the navy ribbon around there with just a little knot, and then the little dragonflies alternated in the navy blue and the Blue Jay. From Stamps of Life, and I think this one just came out super fun, very mixed media, and that's pretty fun there. So then here's this one. This one is powdered sugar card base, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, a pixie layering piece that I distressed all the edges on with this Making Memories distress tool. I think Tim Holtz makes one as well, and I thought my the knife on my paper cut trimmer is, the blade is getting dull. So I thought, well, let's just go with it, and really enhanced it with the distressing tool on all the edges then of the pixies, the 2 pixie layers. And so that one is 4 by 5 1/4. And then these 2 here make up 3 3/4 by 5. And this layer here happens to be, I believe, 1.5 inches. It is, yeah, it's 1.5 inches. And so then that would make this one here, 2 3/4. No, is it? Or is it 2.5? No, it's 2.5. And that one's 2.5. And that one, oh, no, that one's just 1.25 inches. That one's 1.25 inches, and this is 2.5 by 5. Yeah. 1.5 inches, 2.5 by 5. And so in the paper pad, it's this one here and then the pixie one there. And put those together. Then I made another little layering piece. Oh, and so then I wrapped the back. So then I glued these two onto the pixie layer, wrapped with the ribbon, the pink ribbon that came in the kit, and I just taped it on the back over that seam. Then I made this little layer set here, this little embellishment, 3 by 2 3/4, which is the pixie layer. And then that fun little polka dot that's in the paper pad is 2.5 by, it's 2.5 by 2 3/4 is what that is. And so that's a little polka dot in there, that one there. And then glued those two together, popped them up on dimensionals, and then cut out a pixie tag out with the small, it's actually the second smallest tag in the stitch tags from Stamps of Life. Added the little flower embellishments that came in the kit, one of the chipboard dragonflies, and then the pink and white twine that I had in my stash. Made a little bow at the top and then wrapped it there, and then used 3 of the pale pink. There's some enamel dots around here somewhere. Well, I had some Stamps of Life pale pink enamel dots that are now currently hiding. Oh, right here. These are the chipboard pieces. I got the dragonfly out of the chipboard pieces, and then the pale pink enamel dots out of this set here. And then, yeah, there. And then that makes up that card. Isn't that fun? And, yeah, really love. This one came out super fun, I think. And it could be for any occasion, you know, whatever, because I left it blank, no sentiment. And there we go with that. Oh, and this one is popped up on dimensionals as well, the tag is. And so then this fun piece, I was trying to use up some scraps. So I took the pink, the mint chip, the pixie, and the, what is that one? This is probably lemonade, maybe? Or sunshine, one of the two. It's the light yellow one. And I cut little strips that are the pink one is 1.25 inches. The mint chip is 1.25 inches. The pixie is 1.25 inches. And the lemonade is 1.5 inches. 1.5 by 4. And then I cut out a black glitter panel that is 5 by 3 3/4. And then what I did was I took the Take It Easy die, since I hadn't used it yet and I really wanted to use it. I took the shadow die and I lined it up. So I glued all these pieces down first. Then I took this panel and I lined it up on there, and I taped the shadow die down. So that way I knew it was right where I wanted it, and I could, you know, see if it was going to fit in there. And I did that all the way down, all 4 spots. And then I took the intricate layering piece, the actual sentiment, and I cut it separately out of black glitter cardstock with adhesive on the back. I ran little 1-inch strips, or 1.5. No, they were 1 1/4 inch strips through by 4 through my Xyron, my little Xyron, and then cut it out of those little strips. And then tied a little pink bow that was in the kit, and attached it with some little adhesive dots. And isn't that just crazy fun? I got this idea off of Vanessa, one of the design team members. She did a card that was similar to this, but it was tone on tone. And I thought, ooh, I should do that, but we could change it up a little bit. So this is my take on her card. So thank you, Vanessa. Yeah, super fun, super fun. So with that, here they are. My husband is like, oh my gosh, he is done with the dog. So I got to hurry up here. So here's the cards. So a little closer look. There they are. So fun. And those other two, I thought maybe I could use those for like guy cards, you know, because they're a little bit more masculine. And so, yeah, But there they are. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. We will catch you again really soon, hopefully. Hopefully it won't be too long. My puppy's almost to where I can be running him around and stuff, like taking him places and things to get him his little energies out. But for now, he is a hoot. He's doing great. Hope you guys are too. We'll catch you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.